Fuck.
What's wrong, Kyle?
Man, these kids, man, talking shit, making me feel bad.
Man, fuck them kids, bro. Look around, bro. Look at life.
Man, you're right.
Man, you see these fine bitches over here?
Yeah,
You see these trees, man? You see this water?
I guess it is okay.
Come on, man. You got so much more to appreciate, man.
Man, you know what? You're right.
You're damn right I'm right. I can't remember a time I was goddamn wrong.
Man, thanks, little boat.
Hey, man. That's what I'm here for.
I ain't been getting high. Well, maybe a little, baby, I don't wanna lie. I know when you text me, girl, I don't always reply. Well, you're not an angel either, you can't even fly. I know this, you think that you know shit. All this shade that's coming at me, I wonder who throws it. They can't see the vision, boy, they must be out of focus. That's a real hot album, homie, I wonder who wrote it. Oh shit, oh take, pray them niggas go away.
Well, welcome to the Moose Media AM FM XM podcast. It's your host Dominator Silva with your co-host Donnywood.
Hi.
Right? And special guest for the week and possible future co-host, Crazy Legz.
Whoa, what? Hello, Moose fam.
What's good? So now we got our classic disclaimer. The media team, again, is separate from the MEC. Views and opinions expressed in this show by the members are theirs alone and have nothing to do with the MEC. Now, let's move to our new fun, something that was very fought for segment for Dom's series recap. We're going to recap the series of Week 4 and Week 3.
Boring.
What, you don't want to hear each series score for each team?
No.
At the end? Oh, no. Really? That's odd.
I do.
What people do. Okay.
I mean, it's like 30 games every week, but
Whatever. Well, I run through them, so let's cut to it. Alright, it's time for a series recap for Week 3. We have the Moose Knuckles in first place. They went 5-1 in their series. 1-2-1 against the Bearded Bandits and swept Threat Level Midnight. We have the Bearded Bandits going 4-2. They lost to Moose Knuckles and swept Fallen's Evolution. We have the Whalers who went 5-1, sweeping the Unsullied and beating Baby Jesus 2-1. And we have Baby Jesus and his disciples who went 3-6. They lost to the Knights, the Whalers, and Trevor Phillips 2-1, respectively, in each series. The Knights went 5-1, beating Baby Jesus and sweeping Trevor Phillips. And we have Men of Mayhem, now known as Evolution, who went 3-6 this week. They got swept by Trevor Phillips and the Bearded Bandits. They then swept Unsullied. VIP went 3-3, beating Threat Level Midnight 2-1, and losing to Unsullied 2-1. Unsullied itself went 2-7, getting swept by the Whalers, beating VIP, and got swept by Evolution. Threat Level Midnight went 1-5, losing to VIP and being swept by Moose Knuckles. Trevor Phillips Industries went 5-4, sweeping Evolution, getting swept by the Knights, and beating Baby Jesus. That's it for the Week 3 series recap. Week 4 series recap. We got the Whalers going 8-1. They swept Threat Level Midnight and Moose Knuckles, and they beat TPI 2-1. We got the Bearded Bandits who went 5-1. They swept Sweet Baby Jesus and beat VIP 2-1. We got Moose Knuckles that went 3-3. They swept Unsullied and they got swept by the Whalers. And then we got Fallen's Evolution who went 2-1. They beat Sweet Baby Jesus. I believe they rescheduled one of their series. We got Sweet Baby Jesus who went 3-6. They beat VIP, swept by the Bearded Bandits, and lost to Evolution. The Knights went 3-0, and they were swept by Unsullied. VIP went 2-4. They lost to Sweet Baby Jesus and the Bearded Bandits. Unsullied got swept out. They went 0-6 by Moose Knuckles and the Knights. And Threat Level Midnight got swept out. 0-3 by the Whalers, and I believe they had the other rescheduled with Evolution. And finally, we have Trevor Phillips Industries going 1-2, and they lost to the Whalers. So that's it for your Week 4 series recap.
I mean, you can barely make it through that, and you're like pumped up to do it.
No, I'm not pumped up to do it. I fucking hate this shit. All right, next.
Well, I thought you did a good job, Dom.
Thank you.
Yeah,
See,
but you know what?
Just became my #1 co-host. Is what just happened right there.
Yeah. Wow. But you know what you can also do? You can also go to the website and click on
What?
standings and just read all that.
No.
Yeah, just technology.
Hold on. They have a
Just
website
saying.
that contains all this information. That's
Yeah, I think
fucking
people
nuts.
just skip over like the actual standings and they click on their team just to see their own stats.
Yeah.
Then they don't like take the effort to read about like what
Yeah.
the other teams are doing.
They just wish they had like
That's
an
what I do.
audio just like blasting in their ears at the time of like how the fuck everyone else is doing, because I'm only focused on me. I get it. I see what you're doing.
There are probably people who have waited literally because we didn't have the podcast last week, 2 weeks to just hear what the other teams are doing. Like, that's pretty crazy to me.
They have
right?
no
That doesn't
idea.
make
They're
any
just
sense.
living in a shadow. Like, I think we're first place. We got swept 0-6,
Yeah,
but I'm pretty
not
sure
sure.
we're doing good. Yeah.
If there was only just a link I could click on to find out.
No, impossible.
Interesting.
MooseHockeyLeague.com. People, go to it. Let's crash the servers once again. All right, now we're gonna move on to some trade updates. So this is like pretty much 2 weeks worth of shit that went down. Plus we had a trade deadline that ended, I believe, Sunday afternoon. Now, can't remember where we left off. I'm pretty sure Swagger and Cripps, Cripps traded Swagger and G-Code, something like that. I'm going to confuse that and just move on. Okay, the last trade we had was Cripps trading Grew. Oh my god, it's all backwards on the site. Cripps and Blue Liner traded each other for Grew and Hallmain. So Cripps received Grew and Blue received Hallmain. Great trade there. Probably not. Don't care. Dangles traded Kayla. Dangles traded Kayla. Superstar and Rain. There was some drama behind that one. We may have covered this too, actually. And Kayla traded Hubs and Meth to Dangles.
Yeah, I think we covered that one because
Well, hold on. I don't remember this drama. Was that the Everween drama?
That was the
yeah, it was
the
Everween drama.
Everweenie.
But I remember we made the comment that Vic, who has been traded since, and Superstar are on the same team, that they're going to lead the league and
Through the legs, Deeks, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Classic. Okay, then
Can we just all agree that what's his name? Rain had the best VHL stats out of anybody here.
he did have the best VHS
Oh, yeah.
on PS3, I think it was, or PS4. Those were some hardcore. Probably PS2 actually. It was a while ago.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Good for him, yeah. So yeah, I see what the issue is. It's the format is all fucked up on the transaction tracker. So just bear with me while I go through this because these could be wrong. But I believe we have Kayla trading Yeti for CTC Ice from Master Shotgun. That's a trade that happened. We got Grish trading for Pixelated by sending Amarok to Jets Killer. We got Blue Liner trading G-Code for Ted Teddy Bear to Fallen. We got Shotgun trading Yeti. This is tremendous controversy, I believe. We got Shotgun trading Yeti to Fallen for SBDR 91. Trape of the Year. I mean, I know I'm in charge of awards too, but that's like Trape of the Year.
Well, essentially, if you go back one more trade, he traded CTC Ice for SBDR.
Yes. He essentially did that.
Right?
Yep. And we'll get to it, but that was my former team. Had we had known that Yeti for SBDR was an option, I'm pretty sure that would have been done, but that's questionable on Fallen's part, I guess. I don't know why he did that. Maybe he thought it was Yeti from 3 seasons ago, and maybe he thought SBDR didn't exist anymore. Who the fuck knows? Then we got another trade. We got Dangles getting his butt buddy friend back from VIP. Dangles got CK Benson from Jets Killer for Chatnika. I guess there was a falling out there, maybe. I don't know what happened, but that's again another pretty huge trade, I would say.
You know what, can I talk about this?
Absolutely, yeah.
Jets Killer, he came into the season, as pretty much the captain that was everyone thought did the best job in the draft. Brought together the best team, and after the first few weeks, his team was awesome, and now all of a sudden, right at the trade deadline, he pretty much trades half of his team away, even more than half. As I don't understand, there's something's going on there, There's got to be some locker room drama or something. Something's going on. I was
just locker room
confused by that.
Just locker room talk.
Well, yeah, he trades Pixelated
I'm
and
serious.
Benson.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. Pixelated and Benson. But then, I don't know what his deal is.
I thought Jets Killer had he had an outside shot. I think he might have been looking up at Luckton and Shotgun's team as maybe he thought they were unbeatable, or I don't know. It was just kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
I thought he had a real good team.
Well, if you look at it, he made a trade. He traded his right winger, Pixelated, for Amarok, who I think is a center, and then he traded a center, Benson, away for a goalie, and that was Jets' problem, because I'm pretty sure he had no goalie for most of the season. And so now they have a pretty solid center and a pretty solid goalie. Now, to your point of him trading away his draft, I'm pretty sure he did that last year, or at least he did in the year that I think I was a captain, and he was...
Well, he did,
just,
but
yeah.
His team was bad at the time.
Yes.
And I believe he turned it around with the trade.
I think what he did, though, like his team was bad at the time, but he was trading like his skilled guys away because they may or may not have wanted off.
Right.
So it just seemed weird. But Jets is definitely the type of guy who opts for chemistry and a good room. So I think that's as far as it is. He probably, I don't know, had issues with Benson and picks in the room, or it was mutual, and he just views the trades as better. Jets does what he wants pretty much. He is who he is through and through.
You ain't never lied.
Yeah. And then he did make another trade after that. He traded, again with Dangles. This may have been a twofer. I didn't see it at the same time, though. But he traded Ace for Zebra Tango. So Jets got Ace. Dangles got Zebra Tango.
That.
Yeah. And we got some drops, which I'm going to avoid here. And then we have finally another trade with your team. Mike traded Tizzy to Fallen for G-Code 987. How do you guys like that trade?
Well, I don't know. You need to follow that trade because then he traded G-Code right away for somebody else.
Okay, so there's more to it then?
Series of events that just don't make any sense.
That we wish not to discuss any further.
Yeah,
no, discuss that any further.
That trade.
Fair enough. So next, it looks like a 3-team trade, if I'm not mistaken. That Kayla received Kidney Bean, Jets received G-Code, so for Mike, and then Mike received Ice. So Kayla sent Mike Ice, Mike sent Jets G-Code, and Jets sent Kayla Kidney Bean. So Kayla got a lefty, Jets got... What's G-Code play?
I don't even know what to think about that.
Well, I don't know.
That's the first I've heard of it broken down like that.
It's broken down like that?
Yeah, me too.
That's what I'm seeing on the transaction tracker. And it makes sense, because these people didn't have these people. So you guys have Ice now as a center. That's what I'm seeing. Is that...
No.
Really?
No, we don't.
It's 100% on the trade tracker. Okay, well we'll just say all the trades as they go through.
Well, yeah, I think Mike dropped them, but
okay, I'm getting.
Or will be.
Sure, cool. And then after we got Kayla. This is the big one that I think. Well, I'm biased, but Kayla traded me and Vic to Crips, so Dominator Silva and Vic left to Crips for her girl power duo Sea-Doo 77 and Mixed Swagger 92. Almost want to say that Mixed Swagger. And there's some drama around that right now too. And then we got again, it looks like another 3-way trade with Mike, Luck, and Fallen. This is just on the transaction tracker. Luck got Hollyhood, Bob, Jay Weezy. Mike Scott got Geckos, Gomu, and Yeti, and Fallen got Stoey Jopa. And that's it for the trades. So
that's another trade that doesn't make any sense. But let's talk about your trade.
Sure.
What do you think of that trade?
Let me ask you this: where's Crips plan on playing you?
I don't know if I'm at liberty to release that information. No, I think I'm straight up replacing Chelsea at first. So right D with Culinelli. So that trade. So we got right D and McSwagger, who I think is a forward or a center. For Vic, who's like a right wing center, and me, who's a utility person. I think Crips was trading for offensive, powers there. And maybe didn't care because he's an amazing goalie defense because Colinelli's actually pretty good. So I'm not sure.
So I'm sorry. Now who is Vic taking the place of?
Vic. So I guess Vic is taking place of McSwagger, but at the same time, I think Crips plans on using Waz, Rega, and Gru up there. again, I don't know what's in my new captain's head, but again, yeah. So it's Chelsea and Swagger for Vic and Dom. So, yeah, what do you think?
No, I think Gru's pretty good, but I think Vic up there would probably make the offense a little better.
Yeah,
I think that's probably not a bad move. And then you're good at defense, I know, but still kind of weird trade.
well, tell me how you really
Yeah, I don't
feel.
like the trade.
What do you think? Like,
I don't
you,
like the
you
trade.
don't like Chelsea?
I think Crip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's weird that he got rid of Sea-Doo.
Yeah,
I
doesn't
play
make
against her a
sense.
lot. And she's really good.
Yeah, I can't even speculate
yeah,
too if there's
I
any
feel like-
drama there because they're both like really nice people. So I don't think there was anything
Right.
going on between Cripps and Chelsea. Cripps could have just wanted a fresh scene, like I don't know, a new start. Who knows?
Sure.
But why? But why? He's still in the top 3. Like,
Well, they
Like,
got
I
swept
think that
recently.
they were
There was a shakeup. I
by
think
who
that
though?
Whalers, I believe.
The Whalers. Yeah, it was.
But
Yeah.
still, the Whalers are like we put them as outside shot at the beginning of the year of being like a sneaky team. They're legitimately good. I mean, like they have depth. They're good. So it's like I don't know why. Like I don't think that trade makes Beaker's team better. Like to be honest, it makes it almost is like a flat. It's like
Like a wash. Yeah.
You think it's
Yeah,
lateral
it's like a
or
wash.
so it's not bad or good. It's just doing something for the sake of doing something.
Right.
yeah, you know what I
Okay.
mean. Like what's the point of that trade? Like it doesn't make your
sometimes
the
that
offense
helps.
better. Yeah, it doesn't make the defense. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. There's got to be. I don't know if there's drama there or what, but like
Maybe there's
Yeah,
lack
I
of
don't think it makes
chemistry,
you-
and he thinks we have chemistry with.
be.
We could have chemistry. I don't know. It's definitely
Could
a
be,
trade
yeah.
deadline deal. That's something we need to mention with these trades. These were the 19th. All these three-way trades. So yeah, who knows?
Yeah, and then I guess McSwagger had a good opening night last night for his new team.
I guess we might as well talk about that. I've only heard a little bit.
Rip Swagger.
But Rip Swagger.
Rip McSwagger.
It sounds like he bailed on his team mid-series. It was Unsullied versus Luckton's Bearded Bandits. And
You know who would never do that?
who?
Two steps.
steps.
Two Steps would
Two
never
steps
do
would
that.
never do that.
Two Steps
You
would
gotta
never
think
bail
twice before you
mid-series.
jump into someone's party, try to rip Two Steps, and then go ahead and you go quit on your team like that. Two Steps wouldn't have any of that. Guy's loyal. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, this kid McSwagger came into our party. I think it was like last Friday or a couple Fridays ago. He's still on the Rip Two Step shit, and he's talking about how he's gonna get T-shirts made that say Rip Two Steps, and he's gonna sell them in Moose. Blah blah blah. The kid's a fucking clown.
This is Mick Swagger?
Next thing I know, he's fucking quitting on his team.
Yeah,
It's a joke.
From what I've heard, I'm not going to release the names, obviously, because it was said in confidence. But not that great personally, that guy. Mick Swagger doesn't really
No.
have a good reputation off the ice in the dressing room, from what I hear, which sucks. But because he's kind of a
You
good
don't
guy,
say.
and I've been in a party with him, and he was all right. But he was definitely one of those, like I'm not being played. I'm better than I'm being handled. Put me in, coach. So it seemed okay, but if you're going to be that type of guy, you have to be that type of guy throughout. You can't just go, oh, I'm not getting my way now that I am playing and we're losing, so I'm going to leave the series. That's why Rule 1s exist, and frankly, I don't think he should be back in the league. So I think they got swept. So I understand that's frustrating, and they had to pick up a waiver. And I've been through that shit, but man, you're an adult. It's a video game. Stick it out. Don't be a bitch. But he got Rule 1.
Yeah, dude. Look at our record. We've
did?
been through some tough series.
I don't think.
this
Oh,
season,
sorry. To be
never
completely
quit.
honest, I have no idea if he got Rule 1. I think he should get Rule 1. How do you not get Rule 1
Yeah.
for bailing on a team in the mid-series? Just FYI, everybody listening, there's no inside track that I have here. I'm just assuming he's getting Rule 1. Put a comment down below if you think or don't think he's getting Rule 1. How do you not get Rule 1 for that?
Right.
Bam, inside man. That's
I
what I
seen
got out
other
of that.
players not get Rule 1 for that, but
I have too. I've been on a team where that's
We'll see what
happened, and the captains protected the person, saying that their internet lagged out or something like that. When you know that they just ripped out of the party and quit. So there's manipulation around those situations. Who knows? But I don't think there was much last night manipulation, considering it got right to the chat box real quick. So
yeah.
Fair enough. I did miss what was in the chat box, but you know what? We'll catch the update maybe on the next podcast and let everyone know. because apparently going to the site is too fucking difficult. Now, let's move on to the All-Star Game recap. Oh, you have final thoughts?
People really get their? Did they really get their Did they really get their only Moose information from this podcast? That's what it's been made to seem, and that's just outrageous to me.
I mean, that's kind of what we want, but not what we want. You know what I mean? I want people coming to the site, but not being lazy. But it is what it is. I mean, if we look at... I'm looking at the last views. We had 105 views on our last podcast. It seems like everyone's getting, a lot of information. I don't know how many active members are in the league right now, but again, guys, we're just complimenting the site. We're not our own thing that you should pay attention to, but we do appreciate it. But don't be lazy fuckers. All right, so let's go to the All-Star Game. It's just a short recap. We had NHL style All-Star Game. I believe both these guys were in it. Oh, Donnie couldn't make it because he's a turncoat piece of shit that went to a basketball game.
All-Star Game champ here.
Yeah. All-Star Game
Sorry
champ.
about that.
Legs. How was the Celtics game? How did it go? How did the betrayer to taste?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Good talk.
Crickets.
Donnie Crickets.
They lost.
You're number one on the wall of shame, by the way. Good. I'm glad they lost right in front of your face. So, so the first game we had Master Shotgun All-Stars. I'm not going to go again through the rosters and who they drafted and how they drafted. There's plenty of links up. There's forums up. There's posts up. Look it up yourself. But we had the first game between the goalie All-Star captains, Master Shotgun and B. Cripps. Now that game, again, I'll just go through the scores here. I'm going to scroll through the thousands of GIFs that I made. Cripps' team won 4-3, which was kind of surprising, I guess, if you look at both rosters, but I'll let you look at both rosters. And then our other first game, we had Dangles versus Luckton. And again, that team, Dangles had some ISP issues, some connection issues, couldn't really connect. I don't know if it was his fault or his internet, but either way, Viklev stepped in. Shout out to Viklev for stepping in, and Luckton's team took that 3-2. And in the finals, which was a nail biter, by the way. I believe Cripps versus Luckton. I believe Cripps' team came out to like a 3-0 lead, and there was a big comeback, and Luckton's team took it 4-3. So basically, what I want from this is, well, Crazy, I'll get your view on it. How did you like the format? Was it annoying? Was it like just cards on the table here? How'd you feel about it?
I had a lot of fun. I thought the format was fine. It's a lot of players.
Yeah, it's 24 players. 24 that we had to coordinate.
Right. So you're given that many players, I guess the number that backed out isn't too bad. But it was was hard to get in the game started just because I guess that has nothing to do with how many players there are, but
yeah,
Dangles couldn't get started, and that kind of pushed us back a half hour. And I don't know if the other team had to wait or what, but there's really nothing said about that.
I think they were waiting on somebody, and they started late, but I don't think they had to keep restarting. So they started late, but ended up finishing before because Dangles had issues. And I think we were just trying to get a waiver for them or somebody to step in.
Back to the players, it was a lot of players. I thought maybe too many.
Yeah.
But like I said, I had fun. I had fun being in it. I was glad I was voted in, or not even voted in, but I was glad I was in it. So I would imagine everyone else that was in it had a good time.
Yep. And basically the reason we have this segment is I just want people to comment on it. If they can't comment on the All-Star post, just let us know. The MAC, not the media team, completely separate, did not handle the All-Star game. We're just mentioning it. But if you have any comments or feedback on the All-Star game, let them know. There were some comments or ideas down below. Nobody is, thinking their idea is the best. So things may or most likely change next season. So that's it for the All-Star Game recap. Again, go to the site, check the post for more information. Now we're going to move on to our favorite recurring segment, word association. So this week, the two teams we're going to be covering will be Master Shotgun's Whalers and Mike Scott's Threat Level Midnight. You boys ready for this?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to start with Master Shotgun's team. You have to pick one at random here. Let's start with Emperor Buff. Let's start with Donnie, then we'll go Crazy.
Penguin.
Sun.
For Sun. Okay. I see. Let's go with Schwarzatar.
Salt pizza. One word. Everyone knows the rules.
One word, everyone knows the rules. It's tradition. Crazy.
Baby.
One word, everyone knows the rules. Let's go with BC Renton.
Giggles.
Token.
Token, not bad. Let's go with Master Shotgun.
Whale tail.
Drugs.
Drugs? Is it just straight up drugs? Solid.
Just drugs.
Drugs like Robitussin. Like
Okay.
Tylenol.
And let's go with PBX 90.
Involved in every conversation. One word. Everyone knows what it is. Hasn't seen a conversation he doesn't like.
One word.
One word. Everybody knows the rules. Crazy, what's your one word? on
Cambridge.
PBX?
Cambridge. What's Cambridge?
Let's see how this turns out. Let's see what BBX's reply to it is.
Wait,
Okay.
you think he's gonna reply to this? Do you think is this a conversation that he'd be privy to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
He probably just starts listening to it 10 minutes in. It's like, hey, great podcast, guys. Puts it in the thing. And then finishes it off.
Okay, let's go with Belial.
Belial. Needy.
No, I'm kidding. We're totally keeping that
Eyebrows.
in there.
Eyebrows. Eyebrows.
That's gonna be mine. Again, shout out to the All-Star game. My GIF for Belial. Not many people got it. But let's go with Daydreams now.
Daydreams. The burr and the cur.
One word. Everybody knows rules.
We lost Crazy.
Did we lose Crazy?
You know what? You know
there he
what's
is.
funny?
There.
I didn't do one with Daydreams because he wasn't on the team.
Oh yeah, you're not getting the
I'm
same
trying
list that you have.
Just start listing breakfast
How about-
foods.
How about Sunshine?
Sunshine,
Okay.
Daydream, Sunshine. Okay, what about SBDR 91?
Well, I think we did him before, but...
Did we?
Oh, yeah, I think when he was on the other team, but I'm going to go with bacon.
I see.
Breakfast foods.
Teabag.
Greasy.
But that's also a greasy breakfast food.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
/ I put a gif of him sliding on a piece of bacon in the Moose Bracket Challenge. So
Is that what that was?
Live shot of
it was a
SBDR.
piece of, it was like a bacon slip and slide. Just sliding on it.
Hilarious. All right, now we're going to Mike's team. Let's start with Donnie. Let's just start with Donnie. Donnywood.
I mean,
Are
overrated.
you gonna do yourself?
What else? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do myself. I'm overrated.
Does all the time.
100%.
Okay.
Agreed.
Dinky.
Dinky.
Dinky?
Oh fuck.
By Dinky.
Dinky.
What's the history of Dinky?
Dinky,
All right,
Dinky the dog
so-
on Instagram.
Oh
We'll
my
give
god.
You a bonus.
Yeah.
We'll give you a bonus track. Put a Dinky the dog bonus track in.
Yep, bonus track.
Everyone gets a reference.
It's here first, yep. Let's
My
go
favorite Maltese on Instagram.
Now, since these are outdated, let's go with Jay Weezy.
I just put Weasel. The Weasel.
Lazy fuck guy.
Well, I put Weasel because that's my nickname for Jay Weezy, so I really don't know why Donnie's using it,
Ooh.
to be quite honest.
Domestic dispute.
You weren't supposed to be here.
How about Weezy F Baby?
Dot. All right, let's move on to.
And the F is for a bunch of shit.
Okay, let's go to Octizzy.
Oak tree.
Yeah, that is how you pronounce that. That's right too.
Insomniac.
Oh.
Ooh.
Leads the league in thread
night
starts
Leads the league
between
in
1 and
leads
3
the league in
a.m.
post midnight polls.
Post-midnight poll.
Post midnight bowl.
We need some
Midnight
data on
threads.
that. Let's go with 2 steps back.
Savage. It's the savage.
Rip Swagger.
Rip swagger. Wow.
Rips. Ooh.
Loyalty. That's loyal.
Loyal.
Rip
Loyal.
Swagger. One word. Everybody knows rules. Let's go with Mr. Mike Scott.
Hustle.
Sex.
Mm.
I guess we'll talk about it here. No, we're not gonna talk about it here. It hurts too much. It just hurts too much. Let's go with Hollywood Bob.
California.
Guitar.
Mm.
Hollywood. Okay. All right.
As a musician, for those that didn't know.
Damn, I didn't know.
I did not know. Bonus track. Bonus track.
Bonus track.
Crazy Legz.
South Central. A.K.A. St. Louis.
Shaboy. One word.
Everybody knows rules. And finally, Treadhead.
Haverville.
Two. As in 2 bags of dicks, 2 cups.
Oh shit. What's the history behind Haverville for Treadhead?
Well, both Mike and Treadhead are from the same town in Massachusetts called Haverhill, but who couldn't say it one night in our party? Could have been you, Crazy. You kept calling it Haverville.
I can say it, and I purposely called it Haverville.
Say it right now.
I don't know.
Bet you won't.
Haverville.
Oh, okay.
No, the
You
real
passed.
name.
Haverhill.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Sounded like you threw an extra syllable in there, but... but yeah, Haverville.
All right, so that's it for word association. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to the Week 5 preview. Basically, we're just gonna talk about how we think it's gonna go for certain teams. Let's see. So this kind of already happened on Sunday. We had the drama. We had Luckton versus Unsullied. This is the McSwagger exit party here. How do you guys think that series was gonna go?
Not good.
Solid crystal ball. Solid.
I mean, it's hard to argue.
I just wanted to see. I wanted to see the notes here. So you guys play. How many series do you have this week? You got 1, 2. You play the Bearded Bandits.
We got to be the most behind by any team.
I think you play 3. You play Baby Jesus, Bearded Bandits, and Trevor Phillips Industries. What's your prediction on your record throughout the week? I want to hear it.
Hold on, wait. Who do we play?
So you play.
I feel like I play... Tomorrow night we play Trevor Phillips.
Yes.
Wednesday night we play Bearded Bandits. Thursday night we play Baby Jesus.
Yep.
Interesting. What's the question?
9-0.
9-0.
9-0.
Yeah,
Let's
9-0.
go.
Crazy
Let's go get
9-0. Crazy guarantees 9-0 in playoffs. You heard it. And then I think we play. Yeah, we play tonight. We play on Monday. We play Trevor Phillips Industries. I don't know. That might be a tough one. We'll see how it goes. Answer your question about the chemistry that Cripps traded for, maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think you guys got it. This is your week. This is your week. Like, I think. I mean, not like you just got to the team, but like you guys got to make like a stand. I think the way we had this week. I think last week or the week before that the Whalers had to like go out there and just like really cement themselves, and they did that. So I think you guys gotta do that because Fallen's creeping up right behind you guys too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Creep is the correct word there too.
It is,
Actually,
especially
there's a
for
pretty
falling.
big gap. Never mind. There's a pretty big gap. But is there buys? I forget.
I think there are buys. I think 6 out of 10 make it, so 2 on 2 and 2 buys, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, which could be interesting. It's weird going from a basement team to contending, which I thought the Knuckles were number 1, but they had a pretty bad week last week. So again, it should be interesting, and I think again, like you say, it's their week to prove shit. And after week 5, it'd just be 2 more weeks, and one of those weeks is the makeup week essentially. So yeah. It'll be interesting. Alright, so that should be it for our Week 5 preview. Now, any final thoughts you want to share with the community?
No, I mean, like, from my perspective, no one submits us questions. We've asked 3 weeks in a row, so I don't think we'll ever get questions, and that's fine. But maybe my final thought will just be go out and vote for that Final Four. We had a couple upsets in that Final Four. Your boy Crazy Legz over here got upset. So that's unfortunate. There's no 1 seeds left anymore. He's taking it hard. He's taking it real hard. And but yeah, and maybe a little teaser too, or because this will probably drop before the podcast is ready. Maybe just think about what the community is gonna do when you post your message. Are they gonna acknowledge it? Are they gonna like it? Are they gonna, just not comment on it? Let it be? Because it's a little teaser to some content coming out here. You'll probably get it by the time you listen to the podcast. But yeah, just gonna throw that out there.
Teaser.
It's science.
I'm intrigued.
Love it. Crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have any final thoughts?
No.
No. Love it. Man of no words. How'd you like your first time on the podcast?
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
I had fun. I had a good time.
People's champ here. Great.
Yep.
When do we so I guess too, before your final thought too, Dom, is like, are we still hiring or what?
I think that's hinting at my final thought. My final thought, because I did promise people that we were going to talk about the situation with Mike Scott. Are we still hiring? Joke answer, no. Real answer, yes. Reverse those, no. Mike Scott will be a part of the media team going forward. There's nothing wrong with Mike Scott. There's no issues, just FYI. Donnie, I know you had some thoughts because a lot of people were like, no, the media team's burning down. What the fuck's going on? We're posting Mike's real life virginity status in a fucking post. This shit was fake. This shit was a joke. Hopefully a lot of people didn't lose sleep over it. But yeah, like I said, what Mike Scott's going through, he's just going through a lot of personal stuff. Nothing's bad. He's just very busy. So that just goes to show you how much he does for the media team. He does the top 10s. He does the editing. He does the cutting for both for the podcast and the top 10. So I'm not saying anything is delayed or is not happening. It's just delayed. It's to be determined. It'll be out as soon as we can get Mike to free up some space. But even then, if it doesn't happen, we'll let you know because real life shit happens. So that's why he couldn't make it today. We will get this out as soon as we can to you guys because we know a lot of people are scratching for some content. So I'd like to thank Donnie for also providing more. But yeah, that's pretty much all that happened. Nothing shady's happening. Nothing bad is happening. Mike is still very much part of the media team. Crazy is not. Crazy is just a special guest. And we will continue to get people in the future to fill in. So yeah.
Well, that's true though too. It's like we've made a poll, right? And we can't replace the guy.
That is true.
Even if we wanted to, we couldn't. You can't replace Mike Scott. He's
we got a lot of no-nos.
He edits video. He drives a Mazda. He's funny. He follows instructions. But literally, no one else out there even responded to the application correctly. Number one, because it just said one word. answer, or with even the right answers. So, you know. So yeah, we're just a little bit behind. We're trying other, while we're going through this, we're just trying to put out as much content as possible. It might be little short snippets and more articles and GIFs and shit, but whatever. Also,
deal with it.
I know what Mike Scott would say too. If you're gonna submit highlights for top 10, if you're gonna submit a shit, you're gonna get a shit sandwich. So make sure the highlights are good and make sure they're plentiful too.
That's true.
There was a short week last week too, so we didn't really have a lot anyway. So he looked at the submissions and we're like, I got like 5 like mediocre clips. Like we're not gonna ask the guy to sit down for an hour or 2 hours of his time, cut that, edit it, whatever, if it's a bunch of crap anyway.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, it's a fair point, and again, I think that's all we have for you guys, and we will update you on the situation with Top 10, Mike, and the media team, and more content to follow. So just keep hitting up the website. We will be here for you. We got shit for you. We will entertain you. So that's it for this week, weeks 3 and 4, and we will be back next week with week 5. So thanks very much, Moose fam. Have a good week.
Little brown salt stinging on my tongue. I will not waver, I will not wait its turn. It will bleed, it will burn, but burn your love into the ground with the lips of another. Do you get lonely? Sure, I get lonely sometimes. All my friends are wasted. Man, I drink too much. Another Friday night I wasted.
I'm kinda glad this isn't on video. I didn't even get to get my hair cut. The line was too long. Wow, he would do that. Dude's too much.
We reinvent the wheel just to fall asleep at it. Crash on the floor and catch the ZZZs. Pop in the polar opposite the NZG. Hip hop in the propaganda say they name brand. But I done
He said, "Love me crazy."
I'll be gone till November on my city code for Simba. Dreams are made for cages, nigga. Lions off for real, nigga. Dying is for real, niggas dying off the field, nigga. Fridays off for chill and not escape the treachery. I just had to rest in peace. The recipe. The rest of us
You upset me greatly.
Donnie takes notes on Excel.
now. Hope you hear what I'm saying. Hope you hear what I'm saying.
All my friends are wasted, and I hate this club. Man, I drink too much. Another Friday.
Too much? Too soon?
Mikey edits. We need to bleep that.
My eyes are black and red. I'm crawling back to your bed. Do you get lonely? Sure, I get lonely some nights when the angels sound us.
Yeah,
Is
we're
it too
gonna have to
soon?
bleep- Yeah, we're gonna have to
Way
bleep-
too
we have
soon,
to
bro.
bleep that.
With the vultures hissing and circling.